Here we are with the next case, and the next case is?
Accusative.
Accusative case. Lucas, what is the accusative case?
Well, basically the accusative case is the case that we use to mark the direct object of a transitive verb.
Okay, then first we have to know what a transitive verb is. What is that?
Well, for example, the verb to see or to hear. So if you see, you see something or someone, right?
Yeah.
So this something or someone is the object of the verb to see.
Okay. So sorry, what was the name? What kind of verb was that?
Transitive verb.
Transitive verb. So that means a verb that needs
a complement.
A complement. Okay. And can you tell me again what was the accusative case?
Yeah. So the accusative case is the case that we use to mark the direct object of a transitive verb.
Okay. So an example here would be, I see you.
Yeah.
And then the you is the one that is being seen, basically.
Correct.
And that's the accusative case then.
Yeah. So I will be in the nominative case. It's the subject. I is performing the action, is seen.
Yeah.
So I see you, and you will be in the accusative case.
Okay. Now let's give an example in German. You is du.
Correct. Yeah. Du.
But if you say I see you, then it's the direct object.
Yeah, so you have to change du into dich.
Yeah.
So du is in the nominative form, is the base form.
Yeah.
And then we have to change it into dich.
Ich sehe dich.
Ich sehe dich.
And it works the same way in Russian, I guess.
Yes. So you in Russian is ty.
Yeah.
But then if you want to say I see you, you cannot say I see ty. You have to change ty into тебя, and then I see you, I see тебя, я вижу тебя.
Same thing in Finnish?
Same, well, Finnish is a little bit more complicated than that because they use two cases to mark the direct object.
Okay, so it's a little bit more complicated than Finnish. Can you just give a quick example of Finnish? How would you say I see you in Finnish?
Yes.
How do you say? Sorry. How do you say you, and how do you say I see you? What's the accusative case?
Yeah. So you is sinä.
Sinä.
So if I want to say I see you, I would say minä näen sinut.
Yeah.
Sinut is the accusative form.
Yeah.
But for example, if you use negation, like if I say I don't see you, then you have to use the partitive case. Minä en näe sinua. So sinä, sinut, sinua, they have more forms.
Okay, so in Finnish it's a little bit more complicated. Let's keep it simple. So so you use the accusative case for the direct object, but also when motion is involved, right?
Yes, that's a very important feature of the accusative case. So for example,
I go to the park.
Yes. If you say I go to the park, this part of the sentence to the park will be in the accusative case.
Okay. How does that work in German?
Yeah. So do you know how to say the park in German?
Das Park.
It's a masculine word.
Oh, der. Okay.
Der Park.
Der Park.
Yeah. So the park is der Park.
Yeah.
And then to the park will be in. Der Park, but der is the nominative case.
Yeah.
And then you have to change der into den.
Den.
So in den Park.
Okay.
Ich gehe in den Park. I go to the park.
Same in Russian?
Same in Russian. Do you know how to say school in Russian?
Школа.
Школа. Yes. So the word школа is in the nominative case, the base form. Школа. If you want to say that I'm going to school, then to school should be in the accusative case because it's directions, motion to school. And then школа changes into школу. So я иду в школу. I go to школу, not школа.
So, as Lucas just explained, for школа we use the u in accusative in Russian. Of course, the endings are different for every languages, and if you want to learn the endings, we are not going to cover that in this video here. Maybe we're going to do videos on that later. In this video, we just explain how you can recognize a case and how you can know what case a specific part of the sentence is, right? So, well, I guess, yeah, can you summarize, Lucas? So we use the accusative case if there is a motion involved.
Yes,
And
I go to the park, I go to school, I go to church, I go home.
She comes to me.
Well, she comes to me. The problem here is that this to me is that you have to use the preposition k, and after preposition k, you have to use the dative case.
Okay, let's skip that one. So when there is a motion involved and when it's the direct object, when the word is the direct object
of a sentence.
I
see you, I hear what. So what here will be in the accusative case, what you say, and so on.
Okay.
I think I think the best way we can illustrate it is the sentence, they see them. So here you can clearly see that they is in the nominative case.
Even in English.
Yeah.
So even English has this accusative case.
Yeah, we don't call it accusative in English, but it's basically the same thing. It's the direct object.
Because you don't say they see they.
Yeah, you don't say they see they, right? Because you want to know who is seeing who, right? So that actually this is the reason why there are cases in languages in the first place.
So that you know who is doing what, who is performing the action.
Correct.
Okay, well that was it. What's the next case we're going to talk about?
Tomorrow we're going to cover the dative case. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.